Pops and Chairshots. Get it right.
Welcome back, Wrestle Nerds. Victor Villain here. Let's see who making their way to the ring.
Mischief, you heard?
Pretty chubby flaco, dímelo mi gente.
Yes, you're right. It is I, JP Savage.
Gentlemen, welcome back. How we living? Welcome back to another edition of Heels, Pops, and Chairshots. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. And we hope you safe and blessed in your homes this fine evening. Gentlemen, shameful business tactics, AEW versus WWE/NXT, and remembering the one day. There's a lot to talk about tonight on this fine evening. But first, welcome to the room where it happens. How we living, gentlemen?
Hold up, Pa. Let me tell you why we blessed. We blessed because we've had an excellent week of wrestling. And of course, we blessed because you talking to the bad guys. So make sure to like and subscribe. Heels, Pops, and Chairshots. HPT2 Sweet. Check in your mother's drawer. Check on everybody's favorite channel because you know we here.
Oh, hold up. This guy's taking my gimmick.
Let's go.
Espérate.
You think you're the only one that got the moms going,
Hey, and tonight is also a special night for other reasons. You know, there's other scripted things going on lately,
Is
and
there?
tonight.
Tonight, Pretty Chubby Flacco's getting waxed on fantasy football. You know, that fake scripted shit.
That's right.
Wait,
and if you
wax
want
on
any memorabilia for that fake scripted shit, you know what we're talking about, right? We're talking about the bubble. We're talking about the NBA. We're talking about the NFL. We're talking about sports memorabilia. All the stuff you want and need. You go to foco.com.
Whoa, where?
Use that key code HPC10, dog. Foco.com, FOCO. That's where you go, dog.
Foco me? No. Foco you.
I'll definitely foco your mother.
Hey, listen. We gotta run some ropes early. Things are getting out of hand. So let's shift right into it. Gentlemen, it's been a loud week of action, and the news has gotten that much hotter because, first of all, Raw has taken a big shot, and it's changed drastically. Somebody say things have been falling apart without one Paul Heyman. How we feeling about that?
I feel like right? Like it feels like he was
right.
Tristeza.
like yo, what happens when you take a leg off a table, right?
No, se cayó. If you take a leg off the table, se cayó.
Facts.
I love see, but yeah, you could tell like there's just like not the same steam. I mean, what do you think about how it's been going lately? Like the underground and all this stuff that they're implementing. Like, do you really? I don't know. I kind of dig the underground. What about y'all, yo?
Underground does nothing for me.
Really?
It does nothing at all.
It gives us no explanation of the reason behind it. Why is it there? Why is it
because people
underground?
fight.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a fight.
Sometimes you gotta let it out. Sometimes it's anger management. You need to just fight somebody. No need to rhyme a reason. You're angry at life. You're angry at the world, right? So all those wrestlers that are not getting their shot, like Dolph Ziggler, and want to just fight, they go to the underground. You know what it does? It gives us a change of pace, and I have to sit there for 3 hours seeing the same bullshit for 3 hours. Now we only sit for 2, and you get an hour of fucking
an hour of new bullshit. Now you get an hour of new bullshit. So now this new hour of bullshit. Let me explain to you why I don't like it. It's just. I feel like they're trying to gimmick the art of real fighting now, and it's too awkward. It's too awkward. They're not doing it right. I noticed the awkward.
Remember though, they do speak on the fact that a lot of the wrestlers have mixed martial arts training, and they also talk about the ones that are scholastic wrestlers that were college wrestlers, Olympic wrestlers and shit.
Right.
So it's more of like grappling. You know what I mean?
And forget all that. Kevin Owens and Aleister Black just going at each other.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best ones I've seen.
That was dope. That was dope.
I think,
that
one
was
of the
dope
best
as hell.
ones we've seen.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's what it's gonna be more like. Like, give it time. I think that's where they need to go. I think seeing that maybe elevates the room, especially in this kind of environment where like, yo, you want to wrestle, you want to put on a little show, go ahead, dog.
I'll tell you what, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens to that big Pavarotti that keeps winning and demolishing people. He fucking was the one that knocked out Owens and
Avocado.
Well, I think yeah, I think whoever dominates this can definitely come out with a push after this for sure.
And the women have been doing dope too, man. Like a part of the 4 horsewomen, like the one thing that they don't have is
I like that they included
without
them.
CENA, right? And they put them in an element where they could look good, they could succeed, and it looked dope, man. I'm with it. I even like that Ziggler participated because Ziggler has some shit to say too. You know,
that's not biased.
It's not biased at all. It's being very objective, trust me.
I have a slammy that says otherwise.
It's a change of pace, right? And at least for that, I think what they did this week very well is that they realized they couldn't leave that whole hour to the underground. Like, they gave us what we needed, and they kept it moving to whatever else was happening on Raw. You know, they didn't linger too much on it. Sometimes if you lose Shane with the mic too long, he doesn't know what to do with it.
Word, that little moment with Kevin Owens.
That is true. I think
went a little too long.
Underground.
That's the worst part, when there's a lot of dead air, because everybody's like, what the fuck do we do? Oh, COVID. You know, it's fucked up.
COVID.
I think we have to talk about why Underground was good this week, and it's because of how it started. You had the Hurt Business, right? Let's talk about that. The Hurt Business looking beautiful. With Cedric Alexander doing the heel move, the turn of the week, right? And proving that he's all in. And you have Bobby Lashley saying, I'm trying to just mess some people up today. I'm just trying to, push my weight around.
And if you're the Hurt
Cruz
business,
got the worst about it.
And if you're the Hurt Business, that's what you do.
That's right. I'm excited, bro.
They crashed the party early too in Underground too before.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I started off hot. You know?
Yeah.
Bro, all right. It's been money. It's the night.
Give it time. Like, I know at times it seems corny, right? Because like it seems like just like awkward the way they're fighting. We're not kind of used to that. But like, I loved Bloodsport because of that.
Bloodsport was dope.
Bloodsport was really dope because those performers knew how to do it.
Yeah.
And they knew how to do it well. And they had been doing it. Like, this is like a thing that they participated in. Yo, you put Karrion Kross in the Underground, he's going to know what to do.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
What about Matt Riddle?
Matt Riddle, you put Thatcher. Was it
Thatcher?
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah, they'll all be good right there. Maybe I'll give it some time. It might work out. Who knows?
You don't mean Rob Van Damme?
You know who doesn't want to give any more time, though? One Andrew Yang. In fact, he calls
Yang Gang, baby. Yang Gang.
Yang calls WWE's business no so bueno, shameful, actually. It says it's plain fucking greed. How we feeling?
I mean where is he lying?
So far, that's 2 does.
All right, to be more specific, though, he goes on to talk about basically the ridiculous misclassifications of independent contractors, and then WWE controlling every little bit of their lives.
They're good with that.
Oh, okay.
So this is news. This is what we're running the ropes for.
Nah, but
that's the.
How do you feel? How do you feel about him banning Twitch?
Yo, why he got
Vince.
Why he gotta get mad at Lana for though, yo? Like, what was up with that?
Yo, but listen to the argument here. Vince McMahon is old school, right?
You understand? Pro wrestling teams have to pull T-shirts because of this little hiccup that Vince, this little fart that he got in his brain. He said, no more. Huh?
The whole Twitch thing?
No.
Nah. Because of
Mustafa. Policy of the third-party products.
Right.
Do any business. So everywhere's had to remove shit.
I heard it wasn't Lana. It was AJ. AJ Styles.
AJ Styles has his Twitch, and he just recently started doing some commenting on the whole Paul Heyman stuff and the Good Brother stuff. So
he told everybody he had COVID on that before the WWE or something along those lines.
Right.
Which is like
exactly that.
I think that's where they were like, yo.
Same thing they got Renee for too. Renee Young.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, listen. If you don't give these individuals enough screen time to be able to explain shit like that, what do you expect?
Yeah,
we
but
were
you
all
take it.
quarantined, you know? Like,
But he's still
shit came
coming
out.
on as AJ Styles, and the argument
No,
Vince is
agreed.
talking about is the whole kayfabe, right? Your character. Now, AJ Styles, the character, shouldn't be going on Twitch and gaming. It's how he feels.
Listen,
you know
I
what?
don't want Bray Wyatt to get a Twitch now and start gaming either. I mean, you don't want to see me in Smash Bros. Anyway.
You know what the problem was? You know what the problem was? That
I'm the real fiend on Smash Bros.
You know what the problem was, Vic the Villain? And I'm surprised you're here fucking dumbfounded by this. It didn't affect his pocket. He wasn't getting money on this. Wait, what? You're doing what with the characters that I pay you for? And I'm not seeing no money. Where the bread at? He like, oh, y'all want to do this? I don't get money? All right, nah, you're not doing it no more. That's what it is. Of course. It's always business. He just lost mad money on XFL. You think he want to be losing money to people doing shit on Twitch without him getting money? Hell yeah.
Hold up. Y'all forget that Vince is a businessman first? He sees all these little leaks in his business plan. He could buy these motherfuckers at Cameo. He could buy all these. He could get them to work together. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
Vince is mad he hasn't been able to monetize Twitter and IG.
I think it's the uncertainty of what they are that scares him. Maybe.
What was that social media experiment that they did? That they tried that social. It was like TikTok, but it was like.
What you talking about?
Video?
The hotline back in the day?
That was a while ago.
No. It was a fake.
Yeah. Tout, was it Tout? So it was the same color scheme as Twitter. I remember that much.
Something like that.
But it was a royal blue.
Those are the types of things that like it's like a good idea, bad timing, you know? Because
like it was ahead of his time, you think?
So if these things, like if he realizes like he can use things that he's had before, he can tweak it, he can figure this shit out, bro. Like he just sold XFL. He might as well be all in on something that his company already does. Like, look at these people. Like, Alexa Bliss is charging $425 for a cameo for someone to ask her out, son.
Yo, for real.
They paid $450, I think, to call to talk to Alexa Bliss and be like, Alexa Bliss, will you go out with me? And it's a pre-recorded video, and then she just sends a pre-recorded video back like,
sorry.
Nah, because you're crazy.
Yo, you pay 450 videos to get turned down. Qué tristeza, bro.
Man.
Vince could have had
that's like your wrist type shit.
$400, yo. That could have been all Vince. He's gonna do that business plan. But to the other point is that the characters, right? He's saying to do this under your own name, under your own brand,
under the real person's name. I guess.
And I think that's a mistake because he does own the rights to the character. And you want that character. You could charge them for using the character.
But him telling them otherwise isn't that like a tell that he's not thinking about the money here?
Nah, I think it's
he's thinking about the money, though. This is money.
Trust me. He lost mad money. He's thinking about the money. And the other piece is like what they need to do if he wants to get smart. You talk about good business, like Mischief is saying. Let him use it, but you charge. What do barbers do? Barbers go into a barber shop.
They start your haircut and then they walk away.
No, I'm talking about they rent out the chair, right?
No.
Right.
And the owner gets a percentage of what they make. So if you want to use your character outside of the WWE realm, cool, but I need my 3%, right? I need my 5%, whatever that means.
That's no health benefits. No health benefits.
Vince wants to cut the cheese.
Which is another thing he brings up here, too, is the fact that they're not even getting compensated. You want to fucking control everything. Fuck them.
I think to a certain degree, the character, WWE intellectual property rights, like that kind of falls into play. If they create a character for you, I think they should own it. But like things like your name, right? Or like a character you bring in or something of that nature, something that you're famous for that they're trying to control and own over, that's different. You know what I mean?
But they do that. That's why you have, these performers go from one promotion to the next, and now their name is cut in half. Why do you think Buddy Murphy is not Buddy? Right?
And then
Because
also not allow them to earn extra income. Like you're not allowing, you're an independent. That's the crux of the issue here, right? Is that you're not allowing them any sort of freedoms at all. You're an independent contractor, which means you're nothing to me, but I am your sole.
I own your soul.
Provider. Like you can't. Yo, do you realize? Like that's a fucking form of like financial fucking slavery, dog. Like you can only work through me when I say you can work, the way I tell you to work.
But motherfuckers still sign up.
Years.
They still sign up though because this is what they want to do. This is the end game for them.
That's the big leagues, right? That's what you get paid.
That's what the big leagues pays. That's
the
biggest
biggest contract you're gonna get, right?
That's
the biggest payday anybody's gonna get, right?
Right, yeah.
So
it's like ass backwards here. You think they're gonna cut Gerald Brisco's name?
But see,
yes, actually, I would have never thought. I would have never thought. Yeah, I would have never.
Yo, not for nothing. I thought he's gonna die with the company. You know what I mean? Like at this point.
But I mean, they furloughed him and then just cut him off. You got Pat Patterson still, right? Who's getting cut? Who's not gonna get cut? That's gonna make a difference here. I don't think we're gonna see any differences in that matters to the product.
Bray Wyatt's dad got cut too. Mike Rotunda.
Mike Rotunda got cut too?
What did he do? He was producing?
Yeah, he was an agent or producing or something. He was doing something backstage. And he got cut
too.
Mike
Chioda, bro, after like 30 years.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they just figured, we could put up this shit product and still make this money, so we don't fucking need anybody.
No, you gotta continue the business. The business has to continue to evolve. You need some fresh faces, like it's part of any business. I mean,
fresh faces, yes.
Saw what I did there?
Yeah, even if you put a fresh face on some like old shit,
ooh,
not the dust off, like Wipeout, and you put John Cena's face all over it. And just say, hey, 2020, we got a new show for you.
It's because his face needs a wipeout. That's the problem.
But
he's not the only one. He's not the only one trying to get paid for some mainstream stuff.
Who this?
Come on now. The Rock definitely did that with Titan, right? That lasted a couple weeks. And then,
yo, shout out to the HBO special. What's it called? The football thing. Ballers, yes.
Ballers. Now, that was a rocking show. Don't disrespect that. And listen, everything The Rock touches makes money and is gold. It's just Titan. It lasted as long as it should have, right?
I hope that XFL is popping. I hope that he makes it pop.
XFL, he has the opportunity to do that. He has the popularity, and he's such a polarizing figure that players
will
be a
president one day.
You know what I mean? But we got to talk about Cody Rhodes doing the same thing. He's about to be a judge on the Go Big Show. Yes, I said the
Go Big Show. Go Big Show. Go.
No, the Big Show would not be part of the show.
Oh,
it's a show about athletes, and Rosario Dawson is there.
Oh,
Booker in the backstage.
Yo, that's big.
How did Cody land that?
Snoop Dogg.
Cody un fresco.
Because Cody is a trailblazer, folks. Cody has received respect not only from the wrestling industry but mainstream media as well, because he is a businessman. He is a young soul that came out of the depths of the WWE, shackled when it comes to creativity and character development and being used. And he traveled the world and exposed his greatness to all the different promotions. Got to work with so many talent. And we didn't know. All he was doing was recruiting. That savvy SOB. And I mean, look at everything he's done with AEW, man. Like, it makes sense. If he's hurt right now, this is a vacation. He's making money.
Cody is such an interesting case study. Like, because to me, he's like the anti-Vince. Like, he was burned in I think in his mind. He reminds me so much of Aaron Rodgers. Right? And this is why I say that. How
so? Talk to me.
Aaron Rodgers,
the greatest of all time so early, you want to say?
Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers quarterback, right? Was being interviewed. I don't remember where or when or whatever, but they were asking him questions. And he was like, my 6th grade teacher said I would never play in the NFL. And blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. You're making millions of dollars. You're at like the top of your profession. And you think about your 6th grade teacher. Right? Like, who cares, dog? Like, you're
no, but he cares.
Like, but he cares. And then he went off to like list all the teams that picked ahead of him. Like that didn't pick him.
I remember that draft. He waited to 25.
Right. He waited to 25 and he's like, this team and this team and this team, da 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 da. And that's Cody Rhodes. That he will never forget, like, the hurt and the burn. And now, like, to me, like, in his mind, like, he's got to be the biggest star to come out of wrestling.
It screams that in his theme music.
Yeah.
Like,
guys, what you need to realize, why is Cody Rhodes so hungry? Why is he so ambitious? Because he was the son of a plumber, bro. Like, you gotta do better than your parents did.
Yo, it's in
not
his
for nothing,
blood.
his father, God rest his soul, Dusty Rhodes, the great one, like, he was a hell of a persona, a person, a beloved individual, legend in the industry.
Facts.
And he's not trying to live up to his father's image. He's trying to commemorate his father and continue the legacy. You know what I mean? Because his brother, the work that they've done, like, he's definitely probably the proudest father when it comes to wrestling dads, right?
Yeah.
As far as the success their sons have had and the respect for the business that they've had and how they helped move the business forward. That's the most important thing. And that's what Cody Rhodes brings to the table. That's why he is the antithesis of Vince McMahon, as Mistress was saying. Because he's actually into the people business. And he's going to take care of people, too.
Cody is a good businessman. And he's going to go out there and get eyeball. He's going to go out there like when you're raking sand and just going to go rake a little bit and bring some fans in.
Yep.
Bring more fans into wrestling. Oh, look, you saw me judge this bullshit? Okay, now come over here. Look, I'm the star over here.
What I'm doing over here.
Check me out right here. Oh, no, and then he's gonna
mark my words. I wouldn't be surprised there would be a gimmick on the show.
He's gonna come out again with like Stephen Amell. Stephen Amell has like a thing, and he recorded a thing with him. Like, yeah. They're doing.
He wore green tights.
Thing.
I'm telling you, bro.
Green Arrow
on that show. He's gonna come on that show and mess with Cody on that show. And that's going to bring people into it. Like, yes, you're 100% right. It's exposure.
At the end of the day, as big as he gets, I feel like when he's in the Hall of Fame and everybody's dead and he's like 180 years old and like they interview him on his deathbed, his last thing is going to be fucking minutes. He's just gonna live with that, like, for his entire. That's how I feel. I mean, I love it. I love somebody that's like driven by fire and rage. I just see it. Like, I see it. It's crazy.
Cody very successful, and he's holding the grudge. And I'm telling you right now, I can't wait to see what else he has planned for AEW, because that's exactly what's bumping this week, gentlemen. AEW versus NXT, and they went at it again as they usually do, but this time was a little different. NXT was on a Tuesday, AEW was on Wednesday again with Dynamite, but also they had All Out last Saturday. Who shined this week, guys? What stood out?
One AEW for sure.
Okay.
So did All Out stand up to what we got for SummerSlam and TakeOver?
Yo, Taz comes out a couple weeks ago and he talks a little bit of crap about a sloppy
as usual.
About a what?
A sloppy shop.
Oh,
a sloppy shop. And I know it's a different context, but it's certainly a different shop indeed. And there's slop all over.
I remember he said that.
Yeah.
What was he referring to?
He was referring to, I believe, the WWE COVID response. But we are to the all-out response to the slop fest that was to be. Darby Allin getting injured because he's in a body bag taking a power bomb with thumbtacks. What the hell? And then there's who's the other one that died?
Hardy.
Oh, Matt Hardy freaking dying. Right?
One of the scariest moments of the weekend. Right?
Good grief.
I honestly was hoping he would have retired.
What happened?
I was hoping he was going to call his retirement on Dynamite this week. Because after that, bro, like, everything that man's been through, like, I look at him walking, I think about all the bumps he's taken. Like all of them just happened at once. Like, yo, he had 3 kids, bro. It's enough.
True that. Maybe he should have.
He got a beautiful wife. He got to take care of every Sky.
I think Matt Sydal should have retired though before Matt Hardy.
Yo, real quick, hold on. Before we leave the Matt Hardy match, I gotta say one thing, right? Because I've been critical of Audrey Edwards in the past. I think she's over dramatic, right? But I think she is probably the best ref they have on that roster.
That's why she's a senior ref.
Really?
Yo, she is legit. As soon as Matt Hardy got hurt, she was on it. And she was the first to throw up the X immediately. She threw up that X as soon as fucking Matt landed. She was on top of him. She was like, yeah.
Whoop! Get this man the fuck out of here.
Facts.
He came back.
They rolled it. No, and then he stood up and he stumbled and he fell back down and she looked back and she threw up that X again. Son, she was like, call it.
Yeah.
She got in the way. She had to physically break up the fight. She was on it.
That's
I gotta
good,
give her
man.
credit.
That's good. I mean, she still came out.
She stood by it. It was a tough decision when you consider the kind of match it was, and they patched things up. They did the best they could. They finished the match. They just went straight for the finish. A lot of people criticized
he didn't do much
Matt Hardy, but the finish was there was no bumps for him. Like there was literally he didn't do shit after that. So it was as safe as could be. But Aubrey did a very good job. I gotta say.
Protecting the talent.
Some title changes, right? This week, Moxley retained, but on the TNT title, because he retained on the. Who did Cody? Not Cody.
Brody beat Dustin Rhodes.
Cody Lee, not Cody Lee.
No,
Brody.
that was on Dynamite.
That was on
Dynamite.
Okay.
FTR became champs.
FTR became a long time coming. So,
absolutely.
A banger.
But now,
and you got and they got a manager too, right? Because you have old boy Blanchard.
Tully
Blanchard.
Him, right? Cool.
Now, do you think WWE tried to counter program all this with a title change of their own?
Not just a title change.
Not
a program change. Yeah, these motherfuckers went on Tuesday nights 2 weeks in a row and defended the title 2 weeks in a row, but didn't get anywhere, apparently. They only hit about 800,000 views on both weeks versus AEW's 1 million views.
Well, I will say this. You have to take into account, one, they were switching a day. They were the ones that switched. Dynamite didn't switch. So you're going to lose people just on availability, right? And that's what I think you saw, that fraction of the people, that 2% or that 5% that you're going to lose based on switching a day. But they had a phenomenal show. Some would say that their NXT on Tuesday was better than Dynamite, and Dynamite was a very good show.
Okay. Yeah, what stood out for NXT this week besides, guess Finn Balor's championship, that cage match was something else though.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's talk about it. How Balor, finally we got a decision to who is going to be the NXT champion.
Well, that's the thing. The first week we were kind of mad at that, right? The first week was like, how they going to give us a fatal 4-way? And then
I wasn't mad at it. I was excited. When was the last time you saw Finn and Cole go at it together? I was excited for that.
Yeah, it was an exciting match for sure.
Maybe the novice fan, the simpletons out there, maybe they're the ones that, got upset at that. But I found that to be rather exciting. In fact, I was mad when I logged in late. And I'm like, wait, the match is already happening? I was expecting that to be towards the end at least.
Right.
But oh my, do I understand why they put the card like that? Because they started off with hot fire and they ended in flames, baby. In flames.
En candela.
Fuego. These women put on a show. If nobody knew who Mercedes Martinez was before this, they better ask somebody now.
Oh, they're saying she was part of Retribution, and she's gonna be because she's done with Stone, right? And she's out, and now she's on the main roster apparently.
So is she now? Wow, that's a quick and awkward come up.
I mean, she is on the She is old. She's 40.
She is older. She is a veteran that's been everywhere, man. A veteran that's been everywhere.
20 years, 20 plus years in the game, yeah.
And I can guarantee you, if she's gonna, because I don't think she's been in the Retribution yet. I feel like I haven't seen her under the clothing. But if they're gonna put her in
you haven't seen her under the clothing. Okay.
You haven't seen her naked? Is that what you're saying?
You know what I mean.
Yeah, under the clothes. Aquí.
But anyway, that means they may want to put her in the top spot because she's got a challenge for a belt, right? But Retribution this week also, they had their first dialogue. And unfortunately, it was more evident than ever who are the individuals, even though they try to change the voices. But Dominik Dijakovic is definitely one of the leaders, and he was the final one with the deep voice that was speaking. And I'm worried for Retribution. I'm worried that they may not have someone with enough mic skills to carry this faction.
Well, they had a message, right?
They're
going to look like the Foot Clan.
They're saying that the woman that spoke was Martinez.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
No, wasn't it Martinez or was it Mia Yim?
That was Mia Yim.
Yim was there. Her eyes. You could tell her. Yeah, because of her eyes.
And the other one, the Filipino chick, Casey.
Casey Carter? No, not Casey Carter. Caden Carter.
Caden Carter, yeah.
Was the message shorter? Was the message worth mentioning at all, or was it just like some bullshit?
I think they dropped the ball on that attempt. Honestly, they look more like the Foot Clan out there. Like I still think Roman Reigns has to be the leader of that.
There is no difference. You know what I mean? There is no difference between Retribution and Tozawa's Ninjas.
I thought they were Tozawa's Ninjas, bro. I thought that shit.
Which is racist, but
I was like, why are they naming his ninjas now?
Tozawa's in charge of Retribution.
Yo, for real. It's gonna be Tozawa, and everybody's gonna be like, what? And he's gonna be like, you're stupid. They wearing the same shit. They all wearing the same shit.
Tozawa's gonna be like, I've been doing this for 3 months. What you talking about?
What you mean, dog?
Yo, but it's all fun and games, so you find out who's really behind it. And I have a couple of I have my opinion.
You do. Think I know you've been vocal about it, but it's not MIRO.
Ooh.
It's definitely not MIRO.
Not MIRO.
The
no
crossover
was real. Holy shit! I didn't like
that
shirt.
promo was real.
Holy MIRO.
Dope promo, but I didn't like the shirt.
Holy
MIRO. Hold on. We got
Gucci.
Yeah, the outfit was terrible, but it was good to see him.
Yo, MIRO. Who called him MIRO Matters? Which one is
that?
MIRO Matters.
Yeah, I mean,
Yo, facts.
Yo, this motherfucker goes on Twitch for a month and dyes his hair fucking blonde. Come on now.
Oh man,
yeah. Quarantine making some crazy shit.
He was gaming a lot. But yeah, he's there in AEW now. Yet another WWE star, right? To make the fucking the list.
Mischief has his pulse on the people, dog, and I hear your voices.
Does he now?
Maggie, Twitter fingers.
And there
was a lot to be said about Miro's promo. A lot to be said. He comes out and it's another wah WWE spited me promo. Now listen, I loved it. I thought it was great. But I can also see that this is getting kind of repeated. MIRO had a legitimate gripe against the WWE, in my opinion. I think they did him dirty, dog. They did him dirty.
And they cost him money.
Y'all forget Rusev Day? Yo, Rusev Day was money. And
he
WWE
was at least top 5 merch.
Yo, by himself. Just doing stuff. Like, he was just like, Rusev Day. Yo, as I said, that pop. People liked it. Yo, killed him. Dirty. Dead.
Dirty. Made him color his hair blonde.
Think about that. Yo, that shit turned him into a Saiyan. He went out there. They told him. They were like, yo, you go and do what you do. You do it, and if you do it so good, you grab the brass ring, you will get your shot. And he did that. So imagine that you're told that shit all the time, and then you go do that shit, and everybody's like, yo, you did that shit. And the dude that told you to do that shit is like, nah, that's shit. sit in the back.
And you're gonna lose to John Cena.
That shit.
And you're gonna lose to John Cena.
Hey, he did have sex in that tank.
Yo,
Mission.
Rusev won that night.
I have to disagree to all the Twitter haters that hated this promo, because you know what? You need to realize, once again, we talked about one of the individuals involved in this race, and this is the one and only Cody Rhodes. And the man is playing chess while others are playing tic-tac-toe. That's how this shit is running now, right? And you have to understand that they just taking the 50 Cent approach. What did 50 Cent do with Ja Rule? Destroyed him. Pummeled him.
What about Ja?
Pummeled his career. Listen.
He castrated him. You
want people to take notice? You have to call out the obvious, right? You have to break the fourth wall. You have to let them know, yeah, we talking about you. Like, yeah, that's what it is.
But it is a valid criticism, right? Because we had, all right, so Miro did it.
Why? Because it's funny?
Did it. Brody Lee did it. Right? Like, everybody that's coming out, like, I'm waiting for Conti to pick up the mic and be like,
wait,
don't give me a chance, and I'm tired of this.
Yeah, but listen, but what do you expect from people that decided to leave from the E? Like, the question should be is, why so many people leaving from the E? That should be the question.
I mean, we all know the answer.
Greener grass, right? Greener grass.
In terms of content, no, hold on. I'm not saying, because I agree with you, but the criticism is valid, because in terms of content, like, everybody's kind of doing the same deal. It's the same shtick in a different color, right? Moxley gave you the badass version of it, right? Brody Lee gave you like the buttoned up, like, sarcastic version of it. Miro's giving you, like, I don't know,
the more direct version, because he actually mentioned the brass ring and more verbiage. Jericho came the closest when he mentioned the whole thing about Jake Hager and the bad. What was it that don't chant "We the People" because it was a bad gimmick or some shit? What did he say?
Yeah, bad decisions.
Bad creative. That's the second most direct jab that I see that stands out from all of them that I remember. That, and now Miro's, because he's talking about the brass ring. Moxley was pretty dope too, but it's already gone for me.
So the fear is that they're gonna turn into WCW, right? That's the fear.
Oh, they're
gonna
already
jab
there.
at WWE so much that they're gonna turn into WCW, but they haven't hit that point yet. They're not there fucking unveiling predictions of what's happening in the matches. You know what I mean? They're not there carrying a belt.
Maybe not, but they counter program and they do what they feel is anti WWE, but they're not afraid to go on Being the Elite and fucking criticize what the fuck is going on backstage. Like, what was it the last thing that the Bucks were making fun of Pretty Chubby on Being the Elite? I forgot already, but it was something recently.
Yeah, they were making. Fuck.
They take jabs all the time. Point being,
right.
Just like WCW, it's just on a different platform. The question I want to ask is, what are you going to do with this WWE talent? Because guys like Sean Spears has yet to been used. Moxley's already kind of getting stale for me. I haven't seen nothing from Mr. Woo 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 that I've seen differently. Where does that go now? Because you brought in the eyes.
Did you really believe that Sean Spears and Woo 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 were gonna be top?
Sean Spears, I did. Sean Spears, I thought would at least have competed for the heavyweight title by now.
All right, when we started this game, maybe. All right, but now, as deep as we are, you still think he's there?
No, of course not. No.
So that's the thing that I'm saying is that, like, these WWE guys, right? They get trained really well. Right, like the WWE is a machine. They're a factory. They TV train you. Like, you are ready. When you get on stage, like when you get into a WWE ring, by the time you see TV, you are so on your game. Like, you're miles ahead of these indie guys. You're miles ahead of other guys that never made it to TV. So for WWE talent to flood AEW and take away chances, like you're saying, right? Duh. They're better. They're eyeballs. People want to see them because they know them. They recognize them. I don't necessarily want to see a show full of people I don't know. I want to see a show with a good mix.
Anybody out of
Right.
anybody out of WWE is credible. They're an instant star anywhere.
The
Anywhere they
name
go
is a
in the
draw
world.
anywhere,
Star.
anywhere and everywhere. That's a given.
So now the conversation turns into now, if you have these particular stars that you thought you were going to get something different in a new product with more creativity, right? And it's still not popping, was the E wrong in the first place, right? Because we have to understand there are certain people that have a certain place when it comes to the lineage in the wrestling world. You either got it or you don't. Not everybody's going to be a Stone Cold. Not everybody's going to be a The Rock. No, not everybody's going to be Ric Flair. And that's just the facts. Somebody's going to be Duke the Dumpster Drozy, right? Somebody's going to be the Brooklyn Brawler. Somebody's going to be Typhoon. Like, these are things that are reality. Coco Beware was somebody on the card, bro. Like, and that's what it is. And you might have to be, like, at this point, Sean Spears, if nothing happens with him in AEW, that's it, right? That's where you're at. We'll see him. We'll see him
Miro,
some point at NWA.
Miro cut a 8 promo, not a 10.
An 8, yeah. But the Poppy guy, that was exciting.
He stumbled. He cut
a 8. He cut a 8, not a 10.
Yeah. His mic skills were never the strongest.
On your first night, though, that's not a good look.
Yo, you know what's not a good look? Matt Sydal fucking doing a backflip on his neck.
Oh,
my 8-year-old. So I'm watching it with my 8-year-old, and I'm like, look, it's Matt Sydal. He's about to. Don't look. He has no respect, no credibility now.
Now I joke because I can't do it, and I would never do it because I'd stay in my goddamn lane, and I'm never gonna try a shooting star press. He's one of the best shooting star pressers.
The best shooting star. It was his. My favorite person.
Master of my favorite RKO.
Wow.
Top 2 RKOs for sure. That and Seth.
Seth, definitely. That shit was engineered so beautifully, man. Like, it made you think about how they pulled it off, you know? And we saw it live, too.
It's definitely safe to say that AEW definitely needs these stars. Another highlight from the week that I want to point out here, too, is Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. Excellent match. Great match against FTR this weekend. But the breakup's coming. That breakup is coming. I couldn't be any happier for this one, guys, because I, like FTR, also believe that Kenny and Page were not a tag team, a real tag team. Their clothes didn't match at all. And we're just going to stop at that. But what other tag team breakups can you think of stand out or most memorable in your eyes, guys?
I feel like it's happening like right now in every like everywhere. Everybody's just breaking up.
You get a breakup.
The WWE just had 2 of them. We got Sasha Bailey doing their thing, right? We saw it coming. When it happened.
That was dope. I like that. I like how Bailey snuck it too with the foot. Like,
yeah.
But nobody was expecting Bailey to attack Sasha, though.
Yeah, I wasn't.
We were expecting it the other way around. Yeah.
I definitely thought
that was
Sasha.
dope.
Sure,
that was dope.
How do you expect it, PCO?
The other way around.
Hey.
We also had the Iconics, right? The Iconics broke up.
Yo, what hurt me more is that not one of them kept the original theme song. But it's gonna make it for epic return. Trust me.
You know what's really messed up is that they have completely new Titantron and they have new music.
Like they were ready.
Roman Reigns is still coming out to the Shield music forever and shit. He's still
but he's embedded in that.
Yeah,
song.
that song is iconic by now.
Yeah.
Changed his shirt, yo.
And he's coming out with Paul Heyman. Be happy.
Yes.
And he has an
biggest
accessory. He traded the best for the best.
The best for the best. I like that.
Hold up, Pa. Hold up, Pa.
You know what?
You talking about breakups, and you're not gonna talk about a breakup that almost happened this week, Pa? Huh? They brothers. They brothers, Pa.
Street Profits.
That is the worst Eddie Kingston I've ever seen. But because we were just talking about...
Wait, that wasn't Eddie Murphy?
No, it was not.
More like Charlie Murphy.
Rest
in peace, brother.
Bro, See, you made me forget what my whole point was. You fucked it all up.
The whole point.
Yo,
You're
Pentagon
so
and Phoenix Jr. They breaking up, yo. It's happening, folks.
Nah. They're gonna stay. They're called the Lucha Bros, bro. They're gonna stay together for a minute. But Eddie Kingston, hold on. But
brothers.
Bringing up Eddie Kingston and our previous topic real quick. All right, nobody knew Eddie Kingston. All right, nobody knows him, so we have to give him credibility. And who's he going up against right now?
Who?
Harper, dog. He's going up against Brody Lee for that TNT title. It's
sir.
gonna happen, dog. It's gonna happen because not Brody Lee. Goddamn it, Lance Archer, because he didn't go out of that.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He's still in it.
That is how talent
check the rules.
Talent rub. You know what I'm saying? Like Lance Archer came in there, became credible. Now people are watching Lance Archer kill people. Right? Why? Because Moxley's out there and everybody knows Moxley. Right? Because Brody Lee's out there and people know Brody Lee. And these eyeballs are coming in for Brody Lee. And now they're looking at Lance Archer and they're looking at people like Eddie Kingston. You see what I'm saying? That's the rub.
And he is money on the mic, bro.
And he earns every. He's the kind of guy that every cent he's on the mic, every second he's on the mic, he earns his pennies, dog.
Yes,
every
sir.
second.
Who, Lance or Eddie?
Yes, but Eddie I was talking about.
But Eddie's an NWA guy. Not WWE.
I don't know.
So what do you mean?
So,
what's the point?
No, but it's a different. We're talking about. I meant WWE guys that were new that you're bringing in and still haven't really done much. I guess
we're past that, bro. We're talking about the breakups. Where are we?
Oh no, I didn't. Well, you said back to the previous point. So
Bro, previous in the last 10 seconds, not like 2 years ago.
Listen, you simple piece of crap. I was talking about Eddie Kingston getting eyeballs from people watching Moxley, right? Yeah. People are tuning into AEW to see the WWE guys, and they're watching people like Eddie Kingston, who deserves eyeballs, but wouldn't have gotten them otherwise. It was the WWE guys that brought the eyeballs to AEW so that guys like Archer and Eddie Kingston and Angelico and Seidel and all these other guys who don't have the name they should get those eyeballs.
And that's why somebody like MJF is about to blow up, because not only you have him going up against John Moxley, now you have a wonderful, wonderful interaction between him and the legend, the GOAT, Chris Jericho, right? And they're the same character, bro. And that's always been the mock, right? That's always been the back and forth between them, that MJF is pretty much trying to be Chris Jericho. And they're running with it, yo. And I can't wait to see that feud. That's what Mitchell's talking about. But you need names. That's always been the case. No matter what event it is, you need names. If you don't have stars on your card, it doesn't matter the sport, doesn't matter the movie, doesn't matter the play, doesn't matter the record, doesn't matter the music. If you don't know somebody on there, you're not going to listen to it.
Case in point, here is the whole game. All right? When AEW started, who got that title first?
Chris Jericho.
Because of the odds. Because people know Chris Jericho. It wasn't some guy at the bottom of the list. It wasn't even Cody Rhodes, who a lot of people know. More people know Jericho.
Yep. Yeah, and looking at it, it's true.
And it makes it more credible.
You don't see anybody other than Jericho from the WWE that's been doing anything at all. And it's to that point that they keep him at a certain level so that you don't overshoot. Because now if you keep those eyes and you don't shine out to somebody else, it's pointless. You're doing the same thing that Nitro did.
Look what Jericho's done for Orange Cassidy.
Yes,
we
biggest beneficiary was him.
Cassidy, though.
Biggest beneficiary.
They're making a gimmick to a legitimate contender.
Yo,
you know,
he's legit in the argument now. Regardless of the gimmick,
he took the L. He wasn't a crappy WWE guy that had an ego too big. No, he is Le Champion who jumped needlessly into a vat of champagne.
I think though,
I'll freaking say it right now, yo. That's something a guy like Hogan would have never done.
No, absolutely
not. That's something that he would have looked at. He was like, "Oh no, brother, I'm not taking this L. Shawn Michaels gonna have to take this L."
Shawn Michaels.
I'm not jumping into champagne, especially as an NBA player.
Fish out of water for 40 minutes while this guy big booted and leg dropped him.
It was the funniest shit ever. But that man has also a reputation of breaking hearts and breaking partnerships.
We're
going back to breakup?
Yeah, because we kind of gotta move it.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that it wasn't because Chris Jericho was feeling guilty of all the COVID positive people that went to his concert? Oh, we're not talking about that?
No COVID.
No, that's Smash Mouth. That's Smash Mouth. Wrong band.
It wasn't Fozzy, you sure?
Nah, but Jericho has broken up with somebody.
Ooh.
Kevin Owens.
Oh, that's a memorable breakup.
Oh,
So
that was a
memorable
festival of
breakups.
friendship. Y'all remember the festival of friendship?
Yeah, man, it hurt. They were a talented comedic duo, and people loved it, man. The List was born out of that friendship, right?
Make the list. Shout out to Jimmy Jacobs for that.
Yeah, that might have been one of the breakups in a long time that people didn't want, right? Like if you break up the New Day soon enough, you'd be like, okay, it's time, But nobody wanted them to die. It was too great.
The New Day still together, man. That's crazy, yo.
That's crazy to me.
I mean, it helps that Xavier Woods has been on the show for a while. Happy belated birthday to Xavier Woods.
Right.
I
think I bypassed all that.
He's on Twitch.
I think that's wild to me. That's wild that Vince hasn't broken them up yet. Vince has a fetish for this kind of stuff. He broke up
maybe he likes pancakes.
Vince likes to break up tag teams like he breaks his underwear. He changes his underwear.
We mentioned Miro.
Because he wears a tanguita.
La tanguita roja.
Shout out to
Banana hammock. That man is from the 70s, bro. He's got the silk pants, the silk underwear. Come on now.
Show you the print.
I saw that on your. I saw that on your Amazon wish list, JP.
Why are you checking out his wish list?
If you got it, I don't. You know what I mean?
I don't buy and tell.
Here's a couple of breakups that hurt when I was a kid. X-Pac and Kane for one. But even more so, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
Oh, that one hurt.
Those were
what was it that hurt you the most about those breakups, though?
Because they were all the one faction, and X-Pac was my favorite. And X pretty chubby. Growing up, it was always how, damn, when is X-Pac getting that World Heavyweight Championship match?
Never.
So then he found a friend in Kane.
In your lane.
Right. Then he found the friend in Kane. And then, he became the tag team champions. And then that was his boy. That was his fucking backup. And nobody fucked with X-Pac, but then they fucked with Kane. And I never understood that. And then I'm like, no. But Road Dogg and badass Billy Gunn.
It all comes to an end, right? At some point. Because even the Generation X broke up at one point.
Yeah.
Yo, even the Dudley boys. Even the Dudley boys split up.
Yeah. Facts.
The Hardy
Dudleys,
boys.
Edge and Christian, the Hardys, all split up.
Royal Rumble 2009. Edge. Well, Edge was about to lose the match. Jeff Hardy had just won the World Heavyweight Championship, the WWE Championship, not the WCW, the WWE Spinner Belt Championship, the top of the mountain, and his brother comes and smacks the shit out of him with a chair. Toma, coño! Yo, that was an epic moment when the Hardys fucking broke up. That led to the fucking WrestleMania match. I believe. I forgot which WrestleMania. Did JP go to that?
WrestleMania match?
Wait, the Hardy Boys? I think it was Jeff versus Matt in a ladder match.
Nah, I wasn't there. I wasn't in attendance. But I definitely saw it. But I will tell you what I definitely was seeing growing up when you talk about breakups. First and foremost, you got to talk about the Hart Foundation because they had many breakups. You had Bret Hart and British Bulldog, Bret and Owen. The storylines between those two matches alone were golden because it's things that people could relate to, right? What other breakups come to mind?
How about, all right, speaking of the Hart Foundation, how about when Bret Hart broke up with the WWF?
Talk about it.
I think Vince dumped him first. Or I should say screwed him first.
Montreal Screwjob, baby, I'm out of here.
So speaking of Bret Hart, go support the Hitman has a dope line right now on his IG. Check it out, Hitman Apparel. It's all based on this apparel company that does legendary of all legends in sports. They do apparel for them, and it's like nostalgic apparel. They have for Andre the Giant. They got Bret the Hitman Hart. They have Muhammad Ali. They got Tyson, Bruce Lee, Jordan. Like, well, not Jordan. I'm lying about Jordan.
They got get them all. Get them all at Foco.com. HBC10 is your code, and you can find them all at Foco.com. Tune in for the special link on social media. You already know. Good shit, JP. Talk about that shit. But hey, how about the Shield? Because that shit got heat. Remember, Seth Rollins got fucking death threats after that shit.
I mean, he broke up the band, right?
Yo, you literally heard the guy in the fans screaming, "No!" He fucking hit him with the chair and shit.
But that's the best way, bro. That's when you know the storyline was good. When people are legitimately mad and upset and surprised and shocked, absolutely. It's like, you know, when you want to talk about the best breakup, the craziest unexpected breakup, you got to talk about Undertaker in the Streak. Nobody saw that shit coming.
Nobody saw that.
You know what
we was at your house. We was late in your house, JP Savage. We was in JP Savage's home.
Yo,
lit as fuck. Only way the bad guys could watch it. You already know it was pandemonium.
Listen, shout out to the Cove. Shout out to KD. Shout out to June. Yo, you know that the storyline and the moment is great when you have people that are not casual fans watching it because it's the Super Bowl of wrestling, right? And they're like, no way. Because they even knew who the Undertaker was. You know what I mean? Like, that was
5 minutes with just silence. Like,
the guy with the eyes popping has like fucking eye drops for life because people felt bad about how surprised he was.
I think he made a lot of money, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. He got paid.
How about Cedric Alexander breaking up with Ricochet and
Woo! Okay. I love it.
And Apollo.
Here's why I don't need. I'm not too much of a fan. I love how they did it, but I might not be a fan of this because Cedric comes out and then Shelton Benjamin accuses him of fucking being on a tweener. Did you really defer, or are you just playing games with us?
I mean, he's trying to make sure, right?
Right. The problem I have with Cedric Alexander being a heel, though, is that they have the tendency of not giving the heel, not letting the heel get his shit out. And Cedric's the type of talent that you need him to do those flips and those extra shits that he does so well.
Yeah,
I disagree.
I'm afraid he's not gonna do all that shit no more now.
Nah,
I disagree.
Remember Alexa Bliss real quick. Like, Alexa Bliss got a lot of crap for dumbing down her moveset because she's heels don't wrestle as good. Yeah, that's right.
Right.
What happened, JP?
Oh, I was gonna say, all you gotta do is turn up the notch on that. Make it very heelish. I mean, do those moves not in the ring, outside the ring.
Yeah. Like flipping off his shit, like off a...
And you also have to remember, when it comes to... Yeah. And you also have to remember...
did it, right?
Sabu's crazy, yeah.
You know? Introduce more chairs into his aerial arsenal, right? If he's doing some flip like that, if he's doing a shooting star press with a fucking chair to his back, you know, that's gonna be a little different, right? But you also have to remember that he's gonna be a heel, but he's a heel in a heel faction led by the one and only MVP. But Mike Skills, we're okay because MVP got it.
Well, Mike Skills,
he's representing the brand.
He's good. I just like to see. I like the difference that separates Cedric Alexander from everybody else. To me, is just his moveset alone, and I just don't want it to be. I wouldn't want to see that shit get affected. But hell of a fucking heel turn. It was about time with that shit.
My question is, who's gonna join the Hurt Business next?
Herb Business?
The Herb Business. Shout out to Herb Williams.
The Hurt Business. Don't disrespect the Hurt Business, yo. What y'all doing out here?
Herb Williams.
What we talking about? What we talking about, bro?
Yo.
What we talking about, bro?
Pretty chubby. I know.
Come on,
I dig it. Yo, I dig the whole faction.
We best friends. We brothers.
Don't talk about Elite like that.
It burned the whole. It
I'm sorry, Eddie.
Shit.
I crashed and failed.
The bubble guts right now.
Ugh.
Pretty chubby. It still hurt. It burns a little bit in our hearts. DIY.
Ooh.
When DIY broke up and called it quits, but in every breakup there usually was one Shawn Michaels and one Marty, right? But this time, yo, these motherfuckers said to shit with that fucking rule, yo. Two careers skyrocketed after that breakup. Look at that shit.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I got.
Did they really?
Yes, they did.
Off of DIY?
NXT.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Okay, you cleaned it up.
Oh, well, all right.
I mean, they haven't come up yet. They haven't been brought up. Ciampa hasn't survived.
Ciampa, but
that's definitely one of the heartbreaks for sure.
Ciampa came in, abrió la puerta. He was like, fuck this, I'm out.
I'm out.
But you guys aren't gonna tell me. You guys aren't gonna tell me that you didn't get Shawn and Triple H vibes from Ciampa and Gargano.
Yeah.
Bro, like that shit was there. Yeah,
it was definitely a good tag team. I'm gonna tell you about a breakup that I remember back in the day that just had a great storyline with it too, and it's a great concept. Two stars that are shining, put them together, and then to eventually break them up. I mean, I think it's one of the reasons why we always feel a tag team is at the verge of breaking up. And you had the Mega Powers together. I mean, they incorporated Miss Elizabeth into it, which made it realistic. And then unfortunately, Macho Man was also very possessive as it is, and very had his antics out the screen. His kayfabe was crazy, right? So it was believable. It was believable.
I knew he wasn't gonna let it go. I knew it. I was like, oh, he got it. He got it. Going. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck was that?
What's that word, yo? What was the word?
Oh, gentlemen, before I cut everybody the fuck off, does anybody have some heels, pops, and chair shots?
No, bullshit. You're not gonna talk about fucking Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty?
We did 15 times already. Here's the first one. We did.
All right.
Here's pops and chair shots of the week. I'm gonna start them off, yo, because I have a heel that really pissed me off this week. Vince McMahon. Fucking, how dare you take your evil power and try to fucking control these guys to get rid of their Twitch. I watch AJ Styles' gaming show, and I want to fucking beat him in Call of Duty.
All right.
Apple está bien.
Apple cider vinegar.
I'm going to call the judicial system the heel of the week. Because apparently Vince McMahon, he won his lawsuit against him when it comes to... what is it? The steroids back in the day?
No, it was a concussion. It was a
concussion protocol. There you go.
A concussion protocol. Yeah, CT.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Fuck.
What terrible timing for that to happen right around the time Matt Hardy almost dies of a concussion.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep.
It was not Vince's fault.
Yeah, it was. How about your boy Eddie Kingston? I'm surprised you didn't mention him as heel of the week. He's still
was he a heel?
Battle Royal.
Because he didn't know whether to take out Ricky Stark or not, or wrestle him.
I don't know whether hitting you and kiss you. I forgot what he said. Take you on a date or something.
Yeah, so pretty.
You're so
hilarious.
pretty.
The heel of the week is definitely those thumbtacks in this boy's body bag.
Darby Allin's body bag.
Yeah, that was just unnecessary.
Yo, se murió. For
Nobody
real.
even saw that. Like, what the fuck?
Tough.
The sweat.
Pop.
Miro.
Pop.
Holy Miro.
Holy Miro's right.
Holy Miro.
In that main event. Rhea Ripley, Mercedes Martinez, the spots these women did in the ring with tables in a steel cage. Yo, they put on a show. Very good match. Finn Balor obviously winning.
Finn Balor.
That moment in the backstage, Adam Cole, Finn Balor, too sweet. Oh man,
Se preparó.
Yeah, because you know what that means. That means we're about to go to the next
top of the week, gentlemen. Shout out to Tiff and congrats on your 100th episode, Tiff. That pop for that, man. Big things for our girl Tiff, man.
All right, 100 episodes. We wish you many more.
The Mysterio family just going ape shit on Murphy.
Murphy, what did Murphy do to deserve that?
Yo, what about when Ray's wife was like, "Nah, I think I'm good," and they're like, "No, hit him."
They brought him back to the chancleta, bro.
Yo, I was like, oh, she's gonna be whack about it. She's gonna tap him. This is gonna be worse than the tooth and nails match, where every time someone grabs something, they're like,
shot.
They thought about it, right?
Shout out to my chair shot of the week, the Tooth and Nails match.
Anytime you start a match with the name Tooth, it's terrible. It's not.
Yo, hold up. How about
it's a tie?
Yo, I'm surprised nobody mentioned Sheeta and Thunder Rosa over here, JP Savage. You want Thunder Rosa? That was a pop.
Thunder Rosa.
What? Match.
Shout out to
I'm still popping, bro. I'm still popping,
Thunder Rosa.
My other chair shot popped as well. It was Matt Sydal.
He also had the chair shot, and the heel of the week was the top rope. So I mean, it was.
The heel of the week was
all the time. How about
terrible, bro?
Yo.
I think All Out was the whole thing was kind of a chair shot. Yo, it was sloppy.
Really?
Yo, sloppy?
Yeah, the way that they handled the Matt Hardy situation was sloppy, bro. That shit is my chair shot of the week.
I'll
Tony
tell you
Khan.
What. No, go ahead.
No, the way that he just handled the whole situation, where in the post press conference he came out saying that that Matt Hardy was pretty much good, that he was cleared, that he wasn't concussed, that the doctor checked him and everything, but like a typical concussion test is it takes like about like 10-15 minutes, but during the pay-per-view it was like a 2 to 3 minute span where they called him good to continue the match.
That was definitely on the call.
Yeah, and like Tony Khan has a football team. Like he knows about this concussion protocol shit. So like,
but you
why?
know what?
Shout out to the Jaguars.
Matt looked at him and Matt was like, "Let me finish this goddamn match."
Every athlete is gonna say that. Every athlete is gonna say that. Yeah, like
climb this bull crap.
Yeah, given what was left for him to do, yeah, I think that's pretty much what happened.
Let me do that.
He didn't do nothing after. Like he just walked out. Sammy did most of the work.
I mean, they pushed it to the finish. That's what happened at the end.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not saying that's right, but I've been there, man. Like you're just like, yo, just let me finish. Like let me just do it. Let me do it. And Matt Hardy has the kind of legacy where like I can see them going, yo, just do the finish, yo. Just no bumps, finish, and that's it. And then maybe they got lucky that the hospital was like no concussion. Right? But I think in the moment, you saw what I know what I saw. You saw what you saw. Matt Hardy,
dude was out for like 40 seconds.
Takadam bounced off the floor, then the table broke. Come out, do the finish. Sammy Guevara jumps up, climbs up the thing, falls down, and that's all the time we have for him. And that's all the time we have for you this week, goddammit, because that's all the time for the show. We thank you for getting your fix. We know you got it from somewhere. Pretty Chubby, why don't you tell them how they show the bad guys some love?
Check us out at Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots on your favorite YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, rate, review, sign up for the little alerts, and check us out at HCC Too Sweet on IG, Facebook, and Twitter. And you know what's not going to break up? Me and your mom's relationship. Never.
Good.
Never.
Man,
remember, folks, Mother's Day was in May.
10 out of 10.
And for PCF, it's all year long, baby.
I didn't even tell you what I got for dessert, though.